Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It is a wild, crazy Tuesday in the soap world, and honestly, I am still shaking a little bit from what we just watched. We have to dive right into the absolute madness that just went down on our screens. Grab a coffee, maybe a really strong one, because things just went from a petty fashion feud to a literal crime scene, and I am still trying to process it all. And I don't even know where to start. Actually, let's start with Will Spencer. Because what in the actual world was he thinking? What was going through his head? We all knew Will was losing his grip. We saw it coming for weeks. A few episodes ago, he literally told his mom, Katie, that he felt completely out of control of his temper. And we saw him punch RJ in the gut at Bikini Bar. Then we saw him absolutely pummel RJ's face at the beach house. But this new development, this is a whole different level of crazy. This is vehicular assault. So Elektra decides she has had enough of the lies and the violence. She throws her necklace at Will, tells him it's over, and she walks out. And she leaves with RJ. Which, okay, I get it. RJ was standing right there defending her. He took a beating for her. But Will seeing them drive away together, it just broke his brain. It completely snapped whatever last thread of sanity he was holding on to. He gets in his car and he chases them. He drives like an absolute maniac down the coastal road. You guys know that road. It is winding, it is dangerous, it is right on the edge of the cliffs overlooking the ocean. And Will is just pushing the gas pedal to the floor. He is driving like a madman, a literal madman. The camera angles on Will's face. He looked unhinged. He looked like he wanted to destroy everything in his path. He catches up to RJ's car and he tries to force them to stop. He starts aggressively swerving, trying to run RJ off the road or force him to pull over. He is playing bumper cars on a cliffside highway. But it goes horribly wrong. The metal crunches, the cars collide. And Will causes a horrific, massive crash. It was so loud and so violent. RJ's car loses control. It spins out and it literally plunges off the cliff. I was screaming at my screen. Screaming. Like, did they really just go there? The writers have been pushing this rivalry, but attempted vehicular homicide. That is dark. That is so dark. We watched the car go over the edge, and my heart just stopped. I mean, who actually believes this is going to end well? Nobody. Nobody believes that. And now RJ is in the hospital. And it is bad, you guys. It is really, really bad. He is in critical condition. The doctors are rushing around, the monitors are beeping, and they are saying it is a traumatic brain injury, a TBI. That is no joke. That is the kind of injury that changes a character forever if they even wake up. Sometimes soap operas use comas as a reset button, but a TBI, that implies long-term damage. RJ might not wake up the same person. He might not remember anything. And poor Elektra. Honestly, my heart breaks for her. She is just collapsing in regret. She is completely breaking down in the hospital waiting room. She thinks this is her fault. She thinks if she hadn't left with RJ, if she hadn't thrown the necklace at Will, RJ wouldn't be fighting for his life right now, so she is blaming herself. She is carrying the weight of this entire tragedy on her shoulders. But maybe I'm being too harsh on Will. No, I'm not. Will did this. Will drove the car. Will rammed them. It is 100% Will's fault. Okay, maybe Katie and Bill share some tiny fraction of the blame for forcing Will to keep all those toxic corporate secrets. The secrets about Hope leaving Forrester for Logan. The secrets about the HFTF diamond. Shauna's jewelry line. All of it. That pressure cooker broke Will's mind. But Will made the choice to turn his car into a deadly weapon. He made that choice. So let's talk about the Foresters. Ridge is losing his mind. He is at the hospital, pacing the halls like a caged animal, and he is swearing to high heaven that he is going to put Will Spencer in prison for life. Life in prison. He is screaming at anyone who will listen that Will is a monster and needs to be locked in a cage. And part of me is like, yes, Ridge, get justice for your son. But then the other part of me is rolling my eyes so hard they might get stuck in the back of my head, because let's be real, Ridge Forrester is the absolute king of hypocrisy. Did we all just forget that Ridge physically assaulted Bill Spencer like 2 days ago? He punched Bill right in the face over this stupid corporate fashion war. Ridge uses violence whenever he gets mad, but when a Spencer does it, suddenly Ridge is the moral authority of Los Angeles. Give me a break. But Ridge is acting like he has never done a single thing wrong in his life. He wants to lock Will up and throw away the key. And Brooke, oh my gosh, Brooke is completely unhinged. She is on a whole other level of crazy right now. Brooke is pacing around the hospital screaming for Spencer blood. Blood? She actually used the word blood. She wants vengeance. She is demanding that the Spencers pay in blood for what happened to her son. She is crying, her makeup is running, and she is just a tornado of maternal rage. And you know, I get it. She's a terrified mother. Any mother would be out of their mind if their child was in critical condition with a brain injury. But Brooke has been acting so crazy lately anyway. She literally slapped her own sister, Katie, hard across the face just because Katie named her new company Logan. Brooke thinks she owns the name Logan. And now she is demanding a blood sacrifice from the Spencers. It is a lot. It is exhausting to watch, honestly. She is projecting all her hatred for Katie and Bill onto Will. But wait, it gets worse, because what does Bill Spencer do when his son commits a horrific felony? Does he tell Will to turn himself in? Does he hire a good defense attorney and prepare for a trial? No, of course not, because he is Bill Spencer. The man does not play by the rules of society. Bill immediately starts a massive, illegal campaign to wipe the crime scene clean. He is sending his fixers, his goons, his dark web tech guys, whoever they are, to the coastal road to erase any evidence that Will's car was involved. He is trying to cover up a near-fatal car crash. He wants to make it look like RJ just lost control on his own. And it's just so classic Bill, isn't it? He told Will a few days ago that keeping secrets from Elektra was just business. And now he is treating a crime scene like a corporate liability. He is going to scrub the skid marks, delete the traffic cam footage, pay off witnesses, whatever it takes to protect his son. Bill is going full mafia boss right now. But how is that going to work? Seriously, what is his plan? Elektra was in the car. Elektra knows Will ran them off the road. She saw him. Is Bill going to try to silence Elektra? Is he going to threaten her? I wouldn't put it past him. I really wouldn't. Bill has done some incredibly dark things in the past to protect his empire and his family. If Elektra stands in the way of Will's freedom, Bill might do something drastic. This whole situation has escalated so fast. The war between the Foresters and the Spencers has officially crossed the line. It has completely spiraled out of control. This isn't about fashion anymore. This isn't about Hope Logan defecting to Katie's company and launching Hope by Logan. This isn't about Eric's haute couture line failing to get press, or Zende being mad about his designs being shelved. This is about life and death. This is outside the law now. And I just keep thinking about the generational trauma here. It is so tragic when you zoom out and look at the bigger pattern. Will was SORASD, right? He went from a sweet little kid to a young man off screen. And somewhere in those missing years, he inherited his father's absolute darkness. He inherited Bill's penchant for physical brutality. We saw it when he beat up RJ at the beach house, leaving him bruised and battered, and we are seeing it now in the worst way possible. Will is becoming his father, and it is terrifying. It is just so messy. It is so messy and chaotic, and I can't look away. I am so tired of these families destroying each other, but I am also glued to my screen every single day. I mean, the writers have really outdone themselves this time. They took a simmering corporate rivalry and threw a match on it, and now the whole city is burning. So what happens next? What are we supposed to expect for the rest of the week? Will RJ wake up? If he has a severe traumatic brain injury, he might not remember the crash. That is a classic soap trope, right? The victim wakes up with amnesia. And if RJ doesn't remember, and Bill successfully wipes the physical evidence from the highway, then it's just Elektra's word against Will's, and Will could just lie. He could say he wasn't even there. He could say RJ was driving recklessly, and he just happened to be driving behind them. Oh, that would be so infuriating. Just thinking about it makes me mad. The fans on social media are already losing their minds over this episode. Half the timeline is screaming for Will to go to jail immediately, calling him a psycho and a menace. And the other half? Well, the other half is actually blaming RJ for inserting himself into Will and Elektra's relationship. Which, okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Some fans think RJ pushed Will too far, but come on. RJ didn't deserve to be pushed off a cliff. Nobody deserves that. I don't know, you guys. I don't know how they walk this back. Ridge and Brooke want blood. They want Will's head on a spike. Bill is covering up a major crime and risking his own freedom to save his son. Will is a loose cannon who might completely crack under the guilt. RJ is fighting for his life on a ventilator. And Elektra is caught in the middle of this absolute nightmare, drowning in guilt and trauma. And let's not forget the other characters who are going to be dragged into this. How is Katie going to react when she finds out what her son did? Katie has been so smug lately about stealing hope and launching her new brand. She has been riding high on this corporate victory, but this is going to destroy her. She is going to realize that her demands for Will to keep Spencer's secrets are what pushed him over the edge. Katie's ambition literally caused this tragedy. She is going to have a complete breakdown when she connects the dots. And what about Steffy? Steffy is already on the warpath because Hope betrayed Forrester Creations. She is already plotting ruthless revenge against Logan. When she finds out that a Spencer nearly killed her little brother, Steffy is going to go nuclear. She might actually team up with Ridge and Brooke to destroy the Spencers once and for all. The alliances are shifting. It used to be Steffy versus Brooke, but now it is Forrester versus Spencer, and it is a fight to the death. The writers have really done it this time. They have taken this story to a place where there is no easy resolution. There is no neat little bow to tie this up with. Someone is going to pay. Someone is going to lose everything, and I am here for it. I am exhausted. My heart rate is way too high for a Tuesday afternoon, but I am here for it. Let's just hope RJ pulls through, because if he dies... Oh boy, if RJ dies, Los Angeles is going to burn to the ground. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you Team Forrester or Team Spencer on this one? This will Beyond Redemption. See you next time.